Wait, if you all think I just wake up every morning and just be like, but I want to make a video. But no. But I want to live a little piece of this movie, so I got to keep making videos until this thing starts making sense. So in today's video, we're going to be putting that water to air intercooler into the supercharged 4.6 liter Celine swapped 2003 Mustang GT. We really got to make that name shorter. But anyhow, let's get into the video. All right, so before you tackle this job, guys, you're going to need a few things. You're going to need a water to air intercooler. You're going to need a reservoir, so you'll be able to check the level of the intercooler. You're also going to need a water pump. And these are pumps that are specifically made for this task. Not too shabby, not too shabby. But if you all know how much work it was to take this engine out of that 2010 Celine and put it in this 03 Mustang, but let me tell you all something, boy. My mommy couldn't drive this car after I finished this, boy. Only me can be able to enjoy this, boy. Trust me, I don't see how dudes just go out, spend their money, and then just throw the keys to anybody who say they want to drive their car. But you got to be crazy. But anyhow, let's get back into the video. Alright guys, so after doing all that work, we're still not done yet. I ended up ordering the wrong bracket, or at least the bracket that's just not gonna bolt up where I need the water pump to mount up. I wanted it to mount here, but this metal is a bit bent and broken up, the radiator support or whatever the hell you call this. So I just tie strapped it in place so I'll know when I do get the proper bracket, this is where I want it to be. So the routing of the hose is pretty simple. The outlet line goes to the bottom end of the water to air intercooler. The input line to the pump, meaning what feeds the pump, comes from the bottom of this Celine reservoir. Top hose is going to go right underneath here to this outlet. This is the heat exchanger. And then you have the top hose here that's going to come around and come through this fender here and go over to this inlet. So I don't have enough hose to actually complete the job today, but this thing is coming out phenomenal. I'm going to have to do some cutting to the factory bumper on the inside, but I'm just going to have to cut it so some airflow goes there and also so that it mounts back up properly. I haven't wired up the pump as yet. Been fighting on mounting the intercooler, getting the pump situated, getting the reservoir installed, and one step closer to having this thing ready to be toned. So once those hoses come in, because I got to order those, once they reach, we should be good to contact the toner and get this thing toned.